Hello YouTube, this is Thongger and today I am bringing you a 2v2 where I will be playing as Carthage and my opponent, my ally Tio, who also is one of my best friends in real life. He is playing as Egypt and we will be going against Maji, Alexander the Great and Tuxen who is playing the Brutii, and Alexander the Great is playing as the Julii. Right. Okay, this is Alexander the Great of the Maji clan. He has brought along 5 urban cohorts, 3 Praetorian cohorts, 1 legionary first cohort, and 6 units of archer auxilia. His troops aren't very heavily upgraded, and he has 4 units of Praetorian cav with some upgrades on them. So he's gone for numbers over quality. And my opponent took something. I'm reading this from Windows Media Player and the writing's a bit too small. He split up his army. So he has his archers and some triara and some cav linked up with Alexander the Great's army, and the other half of his army, which consists of his general with urban cohorts and some quite some average upgraded Praetorian cav there, moving around to my extreme left. So I bend my flank back I deny my left flank to face his. And I'm trying to keep as close to my ally Tio as possible. Tio, he's brought along some Pharaoh's guardsmen, 5 units to be exact. 6 units actually. 5 bowmen and 2 Pharaoh's bowmen, and 2 units of chariot archers. So Tio, he hasn't really played all that much, so I just needed him to hold his position, and here Alexander the Great opens fire on his Pharaoh's guardsmen, and Tio tries to get his archers in position, but like I said, he's quite a new player, so this took him a while, but he did a good job of it after a while. So he got his Pharaoh's bowmen into position, and he's gonna open fire on Alexander the Great's archers, and his archers Tio's archers are much more heavily upgraded, so his archers are gonna give Alexander the Great's archers a big pasting. So I'm gonna lend 2 units of long shield cav to Tio's right flank to help out, although his chariots didn't really go into Cantabrian circle, so they're gonna get wasted. Anyway, I rushed my sacred band forward to try and take out Tuxen's urban cohorts on my extreme left, although my most right unit gets absolutely pasted by some javelins, and I managed to get my sacred band to take out a few Praetorian cav and I'm gonna use them to ward off Praetorian strikes while I send my sacred band in to attack his general, although my sacred band hoplite units gets caught out of formation and they get absolutely pasted by the Praetorian cav, and I launched my own sacred band cav in to meet them. And although my cav are much more heavily upgraded, his sort of outnumber mine, and meanwhile I'm wasting his urban cohorts. They don't really have that many upgrades, so they don't stand much of a chance against my sacred band. Even so, I did lose quite a lot of sacred band to his guys, and this is Tio. He's lost a lot of his chariot archers, and he's gonna kamikaze this unit of chariot archers in. They take out quite a lot of Praetorian cav, but they get destroyed in the end, so this wasn't going too well. I was losing a lot of troops, and I lost a lot of my cav as well, and Tio had lost all his chariots, and the rest of Tuxen's army is shooting arrows into my flank, so I'm trying to get my slingers to return fire, and that's what happened to Alexander the Great's archers. They got absolutely destroyed by Tio's archers. Anyway, Alexander the Great, he's rushing his infantry body forward, and Tio's archer body is scattering before them. Meanwhile, this is some of the carnage, and I'm just mopping up here. Still pretty chaotic. The cav battle could go either way right now because my infantry is quite badly outnumbered. So I bring my long shields back, and I launch a rear strike into Tuxen's Praetorian cav, and I surround them. Anyway, Alexander the Great's already launched his Praetorians into Tio's army, and his Pharaoh's guardsmen, they got absolutely shattered by javelin fire. So although they're more heavily upgraded, they're gonna take quite a beating as Alexander throws the bulk of his infantry in. And look at Alexander's general right there. We get lucky here, and he gets to just speared from the back by some Pharaoh's guardsmen. And T42, right here I killed the Brutii general in a rear cavalry charge. So in one fell swoop we killed both our enemy generals, but the battle is still very much like it could go either way because I've lost a lot of troops and I'm not really in a position to help out T42 right now. T42, he's in a lot of trouble, heavily outnumbered and sort of outmaneuvered as well. His infantry center is collapsing, and I lose all my long shields here as I try to ward off the Praetorians. My long shields aren't that heavily upgraded, so they're gonna get absolutely trashed. And here I make the mistake of charging my Sacred Band in a bit too hastily. Sorry. And that unit caught in the middle is gonna get absolutely destroyed, and my Sacred Band are in big trouble right now because I'm cut off from T42's army, and his Pharaoh's guardsmen are sort of just running in a wild goose chase trying to catch those guys, and my Sacred Band are getting surrounded right here, and they're really outnumbered, and my slingers and my army is basically all over the place, and I've lost all my cav, so things are looking pretty bad for us right now. And that Sacred Band gets smashed by some Praetorian cav, and T42 rushes his Pharaoh's guardsmen in finally to try and help out my guys. There's only my general left, so I'm gonna try and get him out of there, and my guys are getting absolutely slaughtered right now. Yeah, so it's just this giant mob of Urbans and Praetorians going up against our grossly outnumbered spearmen. And here is T42, he's losing his archers, they're getting mobbed by cav and urban cohorts. And here's I get some more Sacred Band to rush in, and they manage to take out quite a lot of these Triarii and Praetorians. So my general gets a brief respite here as my Sacred Band come in and hack down these guys. Although Alexander, he's using his archers to flame my Sacred Band in the back, so my guys are getting kind of shot to pieces right now. And yep, it's just going back and forth right now. You can see that giant mob of Urbans Alexander's trying to take out T42's general, and I have no idea. I can't explain why T42 is still alive right now when he's going up against all those Urbans. That's my general. He has 2 Sacred Band bodyguards left, and he's just getting absolutely surrounded. And then he gets hacked down in the back, and the last of my Sacred Band are absolutely destroyed. I have nothing left except for my slingers. Although, luckily for us, our enemy's first cohort breaks along with a couple of other units, so we're just gonna focus all our fire on this dense mob of Urbans. So my slingers, T42's archers, we're just gonna concentrate fire on this dense mob of Praetorians and Urbans. So they're gonna get absolutely shot to pieces right now because their backs are turned, and little by little they start running. So at this point I start screaming to T42, it's like, keep going man, keep going, keep up the fire. And anyway, I'm trying to maneuver my slingers in a position to find at the backs of these Urbans, and our opponents are trying to flame the backs of T42's guys, and I charge my slingers in, and lo and behold, all the Urbans and Praetorians break before the wrath of my mighty slingers. And yep, our enemy's main infantry body has collapsed. They only have some archers left, so we're just gonna line up our archers and slingers and destroy them in a ranged battle. The Brutii enemy, the Scipii enemy, still has some horsemen left. He has 6 Praetorians left, and I'm both T42 and I, we target all our missile troops to take out these guys, and they get absolutely smashed to pieces. So the battle is pretty much ours now. We have more ranged units, and T42 still has some Pharaoh's guardsmen left. So we're just gonna hunt down the rest of the Romans, and yep, I'll bring up the results screen in a second. Alrighty, here's the results screen. It's an average victory for me and T42. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Sorry for the lack of videos. I'm really busy in university right now. And see you guys next time.